So, good morning students. As you know everyone, my name is Shravan Kumar. I am going to teach you subject Maths, class 7, second chapter, fractions, comma, decimals and rational number. In that exercise 3, now we are going to explaining you, I am going to explaining you exercise 3. Exercise 3. In that exercise 3, first bit completed. I given one problem homework to you. Now I am going to explain you second bit. What is the second bit? Multiply and reduce to lowest form. Reduce to lowest form. See, let me take the first one. What is the first problem is 2/3 into 5 1/5. The next one I would like to explain you second one. 2/7 into 1/3. See here, it said clearly multiply means it is the which fraction, you know that, proper fraction, and it is which one, mixed fraction. Now let me write the question as this 2/3 into 5 1/5. You all know, let me write as this 2/3 into this mixed fraction you are going to change as a improper fraction. So 5 5s are 25. 25 plus 1. If you want to know, let me write here. 5 5s are 25 plus 1 upon 5. 25 plus 1, 26/5. So what is the answer of here is 26/5. Yes or no? Then here you need to do the multiplication. So 2 into 26 by 3 into 5. So here 2 6 are 12. 1 can. 2 2s are 4 plus 1. 3 5s are 15. See, once you concentrate on it clearly, so you multiplied here. Can you do reduce to lowest form? Is it means can you cancel? It is impossible to cancel you. So that's why I stop here itself. Cannot cancel. If there is possibility of cancellation, you can cancel it. In 2 table, can you cancel? No. Any table is not come. 3 table or 5 table only it should be. Why? Because denominator is a 5. Here is not divisible by 5 and 5 also and 3 also. So here is, so my dear students, I am going to tell you now second problem, 2/7 into 1/3. What is saying here is we need to multiply, right? Let me write 2/7 into 1/3. So what you will write, numerator into numerator, 2 into 1/7 into 3. So what you will write, 2 1s are 2 and 7 3s are 21. So can you cancel? It is impossible to cancellation. So in 2 table 21 will not divisible. So you can stop. This is only lowest form. So once you concentrate on it clearly right now. Here next I would like to explain you third bit. What is the third bit? Now I am going to explain you third bit. What is the third bit? Which one is greater? Which one is greater? In that, the first question, what is the first question? 2 by 5 of 4 by 7 or 3 by 4 of 1 by 2. So, here is given the 2. This is the one number, this is the one number. Which one is the greater is asking. I told you 2 by 5, the 5. 2 by half is nothing but into 4 by 6. And we know that clearly, we are doing the multiplication. How you will do multiplication? 2 into 4 by 5 into 7. So what you will write? 2 4s are 8, 5 7s are 35. This is the multiplication. Similarly, I will go for this one. 3 by 4 into 1 by 2. So what you will write? 3 into 1. 3 into 1 by 4 into 2. 3 1s are 3. 4 2s are 8. See, how you observe these two? These denominators, unlike fractions. So these unlike fractions we need to make as a like fraction. So what is the denominator here in this fraction? 8. So I am multiplying, dividing with 8. And what is the denominator here is that 35. This 35 I am going to multiplying and dividing. The simple, concentrate on it. 8 into 8, 64. 8 8s are 64. 35 8s are. So if you don't know, let's multiply. 35 into 8. 8 5s are 40. 8 3s are 24 plus 4, 28. So 280. Therefore, see, 3 into 35. 3 5s are 15. 1 carry. 3 3s are 9. 9 plus 1, 10. By already we completed our multiplication. 8 into 35, 280. Then observe this clearly. This denominator here 280, here is the 280. These are the like fraction. Yes, 64 is the greater and 105 is the greater. 105 is the greater. So 105 by 280 is the greater. Therefore, 3 by 4 into 1 by 2 also greater number. So let me write here is 64 by 280 less than 105 by 280. Yes, so therefore you will write 2 by 5 into 4 by 7 less than 3 by 4 into 1 by 2. So which one is the greater? The 3 by 4 of 1 by 2. 3 by 4 of 1 by 2 is greater than 2 by 5 of 4 by 7. Once you concentrate on it clearly one by one. What is the fourth problem? Rehana works 2 1 by 2 hours each day on her embroidery work. She completes She completes the work. She completes the work in 7 days. How many hours did she take to complete her work? So this is the question is given. Rehana works 2.5 hours each day on her embroidery work. Means in one day she will work for 2.5 hours for embroidery work. She complete the work in 7 days. So she will complete the total embroidery work in how many days? 7 days. How many hours did she take to complete her work? Means how many hours? In how many hours she completed is asking the question. So number of hours in each day. How many hours is working in each day? 2.5 hours. See this 2.5 hours is there in the mixed fraction. I would like to change into improper fraction. 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1, 5. 5 by 2 hours. Then the number of days she completed the work. Number of days she took to complete. She took to complete the work. How many days she took to complete the work? 7 days. She took 7 days. How many hours? How many days she took? How many hours she took to complete the work? Hours is asking here. Number of hours. Number of hours she took to complete the work. How many hours she took to complete the work is asking. So what we have to do? 5 by 2 into 7 days. 7 we can write it as a 7 by 1. So 5 into 7, numerator into numerator, upon denominator into denominator, 2 into 1. 5 sevens are 35, 2 ones are 2. These are all hours only. Then 35 by 2 hours. So this is improper fraction. Let's do the division, then you will get the answer clearly. 2 ones are 2 and 1, 15. 2 sevens are 14. Subtracting. Remainder is 1. So already I told you how to write this. 17 is the whole number and 1 by 2 is the proper fraction. How many hours she took to complete the work? 17, 1 by 2 hours she took to complete the work. Once you concentrate on it clearly, I hope you are all understood the problem. Once you concentrate on it. Sixth problem. What is the sixth problem? Raja walks 1/2 meters in 1 second. How much distance will he walk in 15 minutes? This is the question. What the question? Raja walks 1/2 meters in 1 second. In 1 second, 1.5 meters he will walk. How much distance will he walk in 15 minutes? Observe the carefully clear. Here is given the seconds and here is given the minutes. Means this 15 minutes you need to change into the seconds. First of all, that you need to know. So we all know that 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. Yes or not? Clearly. So therefore 15 minutes, 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So 15 minutes is equals to 15 into 60 seconds. So once you multiply, you will get 6 5 are 33, or otherwise 15 6 are 90, 900 seconds. Right or not? So 15 minutes is equals to 900 seconds. This is, I did a calculation, keep in your mind this. Now I am going to start right now. Raja walks 1.5 meters in 1 second. Raja walks number of meters walks in 1 second. In 1 second, how many meters you walk? 1/2 meters. See, this 1/2 meters is there in the mixed fraction. You need to change into improper fraction. 2 ones are 2. 2 plus 1, 3/2 meters. Right? So now, what is saying that how much distance you will walk in 15 minutes? The distance walked by Raja in 15 minutes. Means how you will do 15 minutes into 3/2 meters. Already this 15 minutes we changed it. So 90 seconds, 900 seconds into 3/2 meters. So you can write 900 into 3/2 meters. 2 ones are 2 4s are 8, 1 carry, 2 5s are 10, 0. Means 450 into 3 meters. So multiply 3 zeros are 0, 3 5s are 15, 1 carry, 3 4s are 12, 13. How many meters he will walk in 15 minutes? 1350 meters he will walk in 15 minutes. So now I would like to give the homework to you. What are the homework is there? I will write. So now you concentrate in the homework. What is the homework? See, the homework is exercise 2.3. Means second chapter, third exercise, second bit. In that second bit, third problem, and third bit, The third bit, which problem is the homework? Second problem is homework. And fifth problem. So these are the homework. So my dear students, you concentrate on it and do the homework, and whatever the homework and classwork you post in the homework group. Thank you very much, my dear students. Good morning, children. Good morning, everybody. Okay, listen. Here you see, we have discussed about the tanks and the groundwater in the previous class. Tanks and the groundwater, that is part 1 we have discussed. Part 1. In the part 1, what we have discussed about the part 1 only the tanks. About the rivers, I told you. About the tanks only we have discussed. Tanks means about the rivers, about the Chervul. Kakatiya kingdom has established that one. And also I told you about the fisherman, about the Bettavolu village and the types of fishes that we discussed. About the rivers we have discussed. Tanks means rivers we have discussed. And now today about the part 2, that is groundwater. Now we are going to discuss about the groundwater. Why we should discuss? It is important. Why? Because important, you see, you know that only 3 months or 4 months rain will fall. Only 3 months or 4 months, that too regularly rain will not fall. 4 months like that rain is falling. In the previous class we have discussed about the rain, but we people are here using that for near about 12 months. Lot we are extracting more than the recharge. We are extracting lot of the water, so that to save the water, you should know about this one. To save the water, groundwater, the topic is there for you. How to save the water, how the water is recharged, how much we should use, and how much we should use for our purpose, and we should not waste the water. Why we should not waste the water? That all are there in this lesson. So that's why we are going to discuss about groundwater. So groundwater, you see, you know that groundwater, land. Ground means land, where we are walking, where the buildings were constructed, where the roads were laid, forest is there. So ground, the land. So land, you see, you know that everybody today, rivers, streams, lakes are filling with water. Means from how these rivers, streams and the lakes are filled. Tell me how these rivers are filled, how the lakes are filled, streams are filled, and how the water will come to the bore wells, and some people will have some wells, and how it will come. You know that with the rain only. If the rains will fall, with the run of water will flow on the ground, and that goes and joins in the rivers and the lakes. So like that is filling. So you know the basic one. So rivers, lakes, ponds and the streams. We have discussed about streams. What are that? A small running river. A small running river from the hills is called as streams. These are all are filled by the rainwater. Okay, that you know that basic, you know that is rivers are filling by the rainwater. And now I am going to tell you about the, you see, groundwater. You see, now I will tell you the rainwater. Today you see, when the rain is falling, you know, everybody, you will observe that when the rain is falling, now little bit rain falls means the water will not flow on the ground. When the rains will fall 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours speed means then the ground flowing water starts. You see, here you see,
Rainwater is when the rainwater is flowing. The rainwater is flowing, some rainwater is flowing, and that flowing water on the ground, some part of the water goes and joins in the rivers, in the streams, in the lakes, and some sort of water is percolates inside. Some water sinks inside the soil. It goes inside the soil. You see, percolates. Some water, what happens? Now runoff water. Now you see, it is a land. It's a land. You see now, land this one, and the rain is falling. And the rain is falling. So what is running like this? This is called as runoff water. And these water, this you see, these water running, and what happens? Some joins in the rivers. In the rivers it is joining, and some ponds it is joining, and some water sinks inside in the soil. It is going to the soil. That is called as percolates into the soil. It is going to the soil. You see, this is called as soil. It is going inside. The water is going inside. Some water is going inside. So not only that, the flowing of the water, the flowing of rainwater not only joins in the rivers and the streams, but some water sinks inside. Sinking means goes inside the soil. That is percolates inside the soil. Sinking, percolates means sinking into the soil. It goes down like this, and it goes down, and there what will be there? Some rocks will be there, sand will be there, some pedals will be there. It goes down, and what happens here? The water is recharged. The water is recharged. Here some rocks are there, and this water goes. Some rocks will be there. Some rocks, and what happens? Some rocks, that is called cracks. For the cracks will be there. Porous means some small holes will be there for these rocks, like this. Some rocks, holes will be there here, and some hole will be there for this one. When the water is sinking here, so what happens? The water goes and joins in the rocks. And that's why you see the rocks, and also from that it escapes here like this. And some rocks will be there. For the rocks, some cracks will be there. For the rocks, some cracks will be there. Some holes will be there in the rocks. So when the water is going down, some water is percolating down, some water is sinking down. What happens? These are the rocks. You see, these are called as rocks. You see, rocks. These are called rocks. From this water is going like this. And down again, what will be there? Sand will be there. Sand, pedals, gravel will be there, and that is going in. This water is going and staying here, accumulating under the rock. You see now, this is a rock, and under the rocks, you see, under the rock, the water is coming and joining here. Under the rocks, the water is accumulating, and that rocks are called previous rocks. That rocks are called as previous rocks. What is the meaning of previous rocks? Means previous rocks are that rocks when the water is coming. For the rocks, some cracks will be there. From the cracks, the water goes down, and down of that, and down some sand, pedals, everything will be there. There, the water is accumulated. That is stored there. Under the rock, down of the rock, the water will be there. That is called. Why? Because the holes will be there here. So cracks will be there. From this cracks, the water goes like this, down. Water goes like this. And in these rocks also some water will be there. So these rocks are called as previous rocks. Previous rocks means some cracks will be there. So like that the water goes down. That is about the previous rocks. And another rocks will be there in Telangana. There is impervious rocks. Impervious rocks. And what is about impervious rocks? And these rocks or limestone and the granite stone. Limestone and the granite stone you can see in the Kadapa, and also here also we are having Mahbub Nagar, Nalgonda also we are having some rocks, granite. Impervious rocks means what? These rock will not have holes. This will not have holes. So what happens when the rain is falling? The water will be here only. It will not allow the down. These impervious rocks will not allow the water behind, back of that stone, or down of the stone. And the water will be on the above only. Water will be above only. Here only the water stays here. It will not allow down. So on the top of the rock water will be there. On the top of the rock water will be there. That's called as impervious rocks. So here you see water will be there, here lot of water will be there, and your rock will be there. That's why the bore wells they are doing means what they will do, you know, if a water came, after coming the water, some people will not be satisfied. Come and dig into the deep will tell that lot of water will come, and after that rock will come. And rock will come and goes down means the water will not be there. Why? Because this is an impervious rock. Down you will not have water. Why water will be there? This rock is not allowing the water to go down. And these type of rocks are there. If this rock came, it will beat like this, the bore it will beat like this, and it comes down on the rock, you will have a water. You will have a water. In the previous rocks, down of the rock you will have water. In impervious rock, no water down of the rock. That you keep in your mind. In Telangana, in our state, some districts, we are having lot of these rocks only. Impervious rocks are there. These rocks are not allowing the water to go down. It will not allow. So the rock, on the above of the rock only water will be there. The above of the rock water will be there. So now you got an idea. Previous rocks means they will have cracks. So from that rocks, the water will go down. The rainwater will go down and settle down. If you break the rock and you go down, lot of water will be there for the previous rock. But in previous rock, no. If you break the rock also will not go. Why? Because these rocks will not have any cracks. Some holes, some areas, some 10% of some rocks will be there down, some crack will be there. That only will go down water. So now, some way some cracks will be there. From that only that will go that much only. But 80 to 90%, the limestone and the granite stones will not have any cracks. And the water will be on the above the limestone, above the granite stone. You keep in your mind. Impervious rocks, above the water will be there. Previous rocks will down of the rock, the water will be there. That you keep in your mind. And that is about that one. And next one you see, accumulates, I told you. Accumulates means you see for the previous rocks, the water portion stays. And in the sand and soil pedals, in the previous rocks, down of the water will be there. That is about that one. And for this imperial, above only, totally above only, here only soil will be there only the water will be there. That is about that one, I told you. And if water has came inside, you can find more water in the wells, you can find more water in the bore wells. Why? Because when the rain is falling, and here also one disadvantage is there. Why? Because now on the ground, now flowing ground is there. On the ground, how much vegetation is there, that much better. Why? Because if the grass is there, if the trees are there, big trees are there, if the grass is there, if you are growing the plants, when the rain is falling, when the rain is falling, what is happening? That the water will flow. So something should be there to stop this water. If this water is stopped here for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, so what happens? There is chance to sink inside the soil. More and more water will go inside. But what we did? We have cutted all the forest. We are cutting the trees. We are decoding the grass. So that's why what happened? Only little bit of water is going down that much. Little bit of water is going inside the soil. Little bit of the water is going inside the soil. Lot of the water, what is happening? Flowing away from your area. Directly rain is falling, what happened? There is no choice to sink inside. So that is going and joining the drainages, and that drainage is big one, and that is going and joining in the rivers. So you see, for us, water problem is happening. So that is the problem. Groundwater problems are happening. Because the sinking, the percolation, the sinking is not there. If we grow the trees, if you grow the grass or some bonds you construct there, any bond, Gattu will tell, if you do like that, the flowing water will stop there. If it stops for 1 hour or 2 hours, little bit low, the water goes from the ground into the soil. So that is only recharging. The water will be there. And you see now I'll tell you. So if it is there like that, what happens? The wells will get more water. And if water is not sinking properly, means what will happen? You see, the wells, water will be not there. Water will be not there. You should dig deep and deep in that. And now I am going to tell you about the water table now. You see, I'll show you the water table. What is the water table? I'll show you. Here you see about the water table and about the water level. How the water table and about the water level. I'm going to tell you. I'll show you how it will be there in the underground. How it will be there. I'll show you. You see here one example is there. Here you see one water table or a groundwater level. Water table or groundwater level is there. You see one example. You see one. You should know that this is a ground. Assume that it is a ground, and you see these are wells. First well, you see here, well 1, well 2, well 3, well 4. 4 wells are there, and you don't know that in olden days, when the bores were not there, in the houses they used to construct the wells. And you see, this is called well. How much deep he digged. This person also, how much deep they digged. You see, up to here and here. One example I am telling you. Here, these are 4 wells are there, and this is land. They digged up to this much. We'll tell deep. You see, this well is this much, this well is this much, this well is this much, and this well is this much. And you see, rains were fallen. After falling the rainfall, what happened? The water level. In underground, you can see, this is called underground. And underground, the water level is here. Water level is from the 5 meters from the land. If you dig 5 meters from the land is there. 5 meters if you dig, you will get a water. You see the well. All the wells are getting water. Even the third one, you see, this is less deep they dig. But what is there? Water level is there somewhat. If it is completed, it will be completed. So what I am telling you, the water level started from the 5 meters. The water level started from the 5 meters, and in the 4 wells the water is there. In the 4 wells the water is there. And you see the first well is digged more deep, and for this well no problem. Why? Because if it comes to 10 meters also no problem. Why? Because this well is, they digged more 10 meters deep. So this well is very deep, so no problem will be there. And another one, you see the well 4 and less 10 meters somewhat more they did. And you see this one well 3 only 5 meters, more than 5 meters only they digged, and this also some less than 10 meters only. So you see for this one well no problem. And what I am going to tell you is here you see, listen here you see what I am going to tell you here. All the wells sufficient water they will get. Why? Because the water level is this much, and every day by dragging the water or extracting the water, what happens? Every day by day the water level decreases like this. That is called as water level decreases. It can come to 10 also. You see now water level in summer. Now this is a rainy season. In the rainy season, what is happening? The water level is this much. Why? Because rain has fallen, and the water has sinked inside, so what happened? The water is there. In the rainy season, these wells will have more water. 4 wells will get more water in the rainy season. Why? Because the level of the water is 5 meters. 4 wells will get. But if you take summer season, what is happening? The summer season, the water is decreasing from 5 meters to 10 meters. Listen, summer season, every day you are extracting the water. What happens? You see the water is completed, and that will be 10 meters only. You see now in summer season what happens? The water level became this much. In summer season the water level became this much, and now what happened? Well 2 and well 3, the wells will be dried. Well 2 and well 3, the wells of 2 and the well of 3, these 2 wells will be dry up. Why dry up? Because the water level is here. So this well is up to this much only, and this well is up to this much only. So what happened? These 2 wells will become dry, and 4th well and 1 well they'll have more water. And for this 4th well, little bit only water will be there. They should save the water, and this person in this lot of water will be there. Why? Because below, more deeper than that, they have 10 years digged. So that is about that one. And that is about the water level. We have discussed about the water level, and that's why you see, you should know that. Here you see the wells. I told you about the well, and what is that? You should save the water. So what happened in the rainy season? 4 wells are getting water. They can take the water from that wells. Why? Because up to level 5 it is there. In summer it is decreased down, depleted, the water is depleted to 10. So these 2 wells are not getting, second and third well is not getting. Why? Because the depth of the well is less. So that is about that one. That is about groundwater. That is called as recharging. In the rainy season, water is recharged. After rainy season, the water will not fall. So we are going on extracting the water. Ground level water is decreases. Suppose I tell you, next year also the rain is not fall. Suppose the rainy season has fallen, and the next year for that no rains means what happened? The 10-meter one it will go into the 15-meter level. So both cannot get the water. So that's why there is a water table, and that's why I'm telling you, save the water, save India. Okay, we should save the water. Why? Because it's a precious one. So we should save. And I'm ending the class. Okay, I'm ending the class, and I told you draw the map. Okay, thank you. I'm ending the class. Okay.
Motion and time, as we are going to discuss in that time. Yes, as we are discussing in that time. Yes, in the earlier classes we are discussed about that time. We are using the time in different situations. Whenever we are not using the time, yes, we may use the words. Yes, you are late. Yes, you are early. You are fast. You are slow. Means indirectly we are using the time only. But in terms of words we are saying. Here we have seen yesterday about that time we have seen. Means we are expressing our words in that time. How to, what are the basic unit of the time we have seen. Yes, expressing in the words. And not only we are in different situations we have seen about that time. Yes, that is when the two persons discussion, who is doing the work fast, who is going slow, who is doing slowly, we also express it. In comparing the distances, who is moving fast, who is moving slow, we have seen. Yes, and like that we are expressing. Even if we have seen about that motion of the earth, means if the motion of the earth will stop, means stop, while rotating the earth, what will happen? Yes, the time will be going to stop, means there is no motion, means there is no time at all, means every people stuck up there itself, means no seasons may be caused, no day and nights will be causes. These are the causes we are taking about that, what? Basing on the time only, means the time, whenever the both are there, then only you are measuring, means time is very important. Yes. Now what are the basic unit of the time? Basic unit of the time is what? Unit of time is seconds. Here some of them are to measure the time are there. Some of them, yes, like here minutes. Here some of unit. Some more units. Yes, for time. Here what are the minutes? Already you know that is in seconds. Seconds, minutes, seconds, minutes, hours, seconds, minutes, hours, minutes and hours. Hours. Week, month, week, fortnight, month, seasons, annum, etc. Yes, these are the some of the units for measuring the time. These are some are the units for measuring. These are what? Units for measuring time. See here. You know that seconds are there, that is seconds, minutes and hours. These already you know about this. Here if you have seen about that seconds, yes, 60 seconds make 1 minute. Here 60 seconds make what? 1 minute. 60 seconds make 1 minute. Seconds make 1 minute. If you are saying this 60 minutes, 60 minutes equal to 1 hour. Yes, 1 hour. You know that is 24 hours make here 24 hours. 1 day. 1 day. Here days are converted. Days are converted into here. 365 days are there here. 365 days equal to 1 year. 1 year. And 10 years. Equal to 1 decade. 1 decade. Here 10 decades equal to 10 decades equal to 1 century. 1 century. 10 centuries equal to 10 centuries equal to 1 millennium. 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 Yes. These are the units of the time we are seeing. These are what? These are the units of the time. Basic unit is seconds. From the seconds we have seen this about it. Now, along with this you have seen about that what is the stop clock. Yesterday you have seen. Stop clock is used to measure the accurately. Yes, these are used to accurate measurement they will give you. This stop clock is used in sports, in the laboratories. Yes, in atomic works. This is about the time we have seen. Now we are seeing about the time after we are going to see about that speed. Yes. Now surrounding us. Yes, surrounding us many objects would be have seen moving fast. Yes, moving fast or slow we will see that. Yes, how we will know that they are moving fast. Yes, how much speed they are going on. Now let us see to measure these. Yes, the speed. Yes, the speed. In the speed, if you have seen that, the moving, observe In this, two are there. One is the odometer is there. Odometer, and next one is speedometer. Odometer and the speedometer. To measure the speed, odometer will say. Odometer is an instrument which will say about that how much distance covered by an object, how much distance covered by a car or a person or anything. That speedometer will say about that how much distance you covered with the time. Yes, distance you have covered with the time. It is an instrument which is saying about that covering of the speed with the what? Time also they are saying. Means both are here different. Means it is saying about the distance, it is saying about the distance which is covered in the time. Means the speed, if we want the person is going on, he has to know about what? That is odometer and the speedometer also. Both you have to know about this instrument. Now let us see about this instrument about the odometer. It is an instrument it is an instrument shows the distance covered by distance traveled by a vehicle. Traveled in kilometers. By a vehicle. Yes, it is an instrument shows that distance traveled in kilometers by a vehicle. Yes, by a vehicle or a person or anything it may be, or vehicle or a person also it may be. Yes, that is about the odometer. Next, it is a speedometer. It is an instrument speed of the journey, speed of the journey, in kilometers per hour. Yes, it is an instrument which says about that what? Speed of the journey in kilometers per hour. Mostly you have seen these speedometers and the odometers. Where you have seen? I have seen these vehicles. Yes, you seen about that vehicles. I have seen different types of vehicles are there. In that vehicles, that is the odometer is same. Yes, I have seen that a cycle which will consisting of a odometer. Yes, it will be like this here. Yes, it will be showing the numbers. Means only the distance is there. It is the distance which is covered, that is the odometer will be there. Here for the some vehicles, most of them are in the cars or will be there. Yes, in the cars they will be having. Here it is like this it will be 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Here it will be the vehicles. Here the showing that instrument here which is showing about that the vehicles which will be having these have seen this, write the names of this one. Yes, a car will have shoes, miles per car. Yes, a car will be there. Scooter, bike, all the vehicles which are there, motor vehicles, all that will be coming. If these are that only the cycle, bicycle, if you are seeing any more are there, your rickshaw, yes, all that vehicles which you have, you can see that you can write about this one. Yes, this is about odometer and the speedometer. Yes, odometer. Now, how much the distance traveled from the odometer? How can you say that? A person starts. Yes, the odometer is showing fifty kilometers. Initially started and it is ended at. Yes, he ended the journey at 75. What is the distance is travelled? Yeah, what is the distance he travelled? What is the distance he travelled? Means that is distance travelled is equal to that is final minus initial. That is final reading 75 minus 50. That is equal to 25. That is 25 kilometers. 25 kilometers he has travelled. Like that he has to find. Means what is the journey he has taken? How much distance is covered? Here if it is kilometers per hour is there. Yes, kilometers per hour is there. Then you can see that if you 25 is there, if you are taking a kilometers per hour, that is 25 kilometers per hour it will be getting here. If it is kilometers per hour means here also hour means there also you get the kilometers per hour. Yes, this is about that speedometer. How the speed is defined as speed. Speed is defined as speed of an object. Speed of an object. Speed of an object. Speed of an object. As the distance travelled. As the distance travelled. Distance travelled by it in unit time. Unit time. Speed is defined as speed of an object. Speed of an object. Speed of an object as the distance travelled by it in unit time. Speed is defined as an object as distance travelled by it in a unit time. What is the unit of speed? Speed units. Units of the speed. Units of speed is equal to, here if it is taking meters per second or kilometers per hour. Meters per second or kilometers per hour. In the SI system, that is meters per second. In the SI system, SI system, meters per second or kilometers per hour. Yes, these are the speed units. Now conversion will be there. Conversion of this. Now this conversion of these kilometers per hour, meters per hour, and the problems will be there that we are going to take in the next class. Now today's class we are taken about what? Time and the speed. Yes, the basic unit of the time is seconds. We have seen the time. Now the time different. Not only this, you have seen that different units also you have seen about that. You have seen about what? Minutes, seconds, minutes, hours. Not only this, seasons you have seen. Yes, months you have seen, fortnight you have seen, INM you have seen. These are all the units of the time only, measuring of the time you have seen. Next we have seen about the speed we have seen. In the speed what? Odometer and speedometer is there. Odometer means that the instrument which measures the distances that traveled in kilometers. The speedometer is an instrument which says about the speed of the journey in kilometers per hour. Yes, speed is defined as an object as at the distance traveled by it in unit time. Units of the speed is meters per second or kilometers per hour. Yes, we will stop this. Tomorrow's class we are going to see. Okay, thank you.